Minister, thank you very much for joining us on Regional Roundup. Firstly, as African leaders and business leaders at the summit, are we at the level where we are able to acknowledge as Africa what we've gotten right and what we've gotten wrong so far?
Well, thank you very much for having me here. Firstly, Africa is still a diverse continent. We have to first harmonize our approaches, starting with political harmonization, whereby we may all be having democratic elections and so on. But I will say, as Africans, we talk with one voice. We had African Ministers Forum, where we met and kind of drew up our position. And I think we were united, and we can talk as Africans.
Mm-hmm. Now, the AGOA Act has been in existence for 9 years and expires by 2015. Now, some member countries are calling for its renewal. However, there are calls for a comprehensive revision of US legislation to remove some of the hidden barriers. Has Africa identified what those barriers are?
Well, yes. Firstly, we are asking for the renewal after 2015. But the barriers differ. Firstly, like some of us, South Africa, Namibia, we have a problem with our beef. Now, we have been negotiating with US government for about last 7 years just to get certification. Right now, maybe people are going to come to Namibia for audit. But can you imagine 7 years just to discuss health problems? They are very strict, and I have been telling them sometimes, look, friends, you live in Namibia, you live in Africa, you don't die. But the conditions you are requiring from us sometimes are not actually good for conducive for trade. And yet, we are told we must trade ourselves out of poverty. We are not equal. How can we trade if we don't have something to trade, sell to you? It's a one directional trade, actually.
Then, Minister, I have to ask you, has AGOA achieved in terms of growing and developing Africa's industrial base?
Well, countries who have what you call selling the clothes, the apparels, even Namibia was benefiting from them. Swaziland, Lesotho especially, benefiting from it. But to develop the industrial base, per se, no. I would say no. But South Africa, for instance, assembles cars, sells to European markets, to United States markets. That's very good. But we have to open up. We must add value to our own raw materials. As long as we are selling our raw materials without adding value, you cannot talk about industrial development.
Then, Minister, leading to my next question, we know that US trade totaled with sub-Saharan Africa increased 28% last year. However, AGOA has fallen way below its expectations in the past 9 years, as you've acknowledged as well. Has it actually stifled intra-African trade as well in the process?
Well, we must first say the American high-level delegation was very positive. Hillary Clinton had said that we must actually deepen inter-African and intra-African trade. That everybody agrees. We must not also just blame other people. What stops us from trading among ourselves? So we, like in SADC, we must get our house in order, AGOA and so on, so that we can trade within Africa. It's really shameful that we have about less than about 10% intra-African trade.